Man, I love this Vita. So much promise, possibility of great games, already some good games. There's no way they would ever quit making AAA titles for you. You've got this in the bag. You really do. You really do, I promise. Oh man, I'm thirsty. Hold on. Hold on. Just a second. Stay right there. Yeah. Stay right there. It's okay. Just stay positive. Don't worry. It's all good. Yeah. Vita, I love you. I really, really love you. I really do. Just stop. Just stop. Just let it go. Just let it go. Stop fighting. Just go to the light. Just go into the light. Damn it. What's going on, everybody? Classic Game Freak here, and E3 is over. It was fun while it was lasted, and the highlight always is the big three, Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft, telling us what they have to bring this year, what they're going to bring at the beginning of next year, and just how much they're going to gouge our wallets. For me, this year, Fallout 4 was the big one. It took the show. Sunday night, crazy. Microsoft came out, did their thing. Nintendo did their puppet thing. There was one thing that Sony did that I'm very, very disappointed with, and I thought I'd share it with you guys. And if you haven't been able to tell from the beginning of this video, yes, we're talking about the Sony PS Vita. A great little piece of hardware. I've always loved this thing. It's had a very, very big opportunity to be something great, but Sony has held it back. PlayStation just doesn't want to seem to make games for this thing. Okay, it came out in what, 2011, 2012? I've had it since day one. I was so excited because I was a huge fan of the PSP. I have like 3 or 4 of those things. Love the PSP. The game was great. The games that came out for it were great. They brought out some great, unique RPGs for it. Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker is like one of the all-time best handheld portable games ever, hands down. That's not me being a Metal Gear fanboy or anything, but it just is. It was deep, rich. The option to play with friends was great. Monster Hunter, they brought it to the PSP, just fantastic. That's where I learned about it on PSP, fell in love with it. So why this thing doesn't have a Monster Hunter, I don't know, and it's a crying damn shame. Now, Sony came out and brought out a sizzle reel showing a few titles. None of them very big. I mean, they had Persona 4, like Dance All Night, which really kind of disturbed me. I like the Persona games, but at the same time, they made it look like a very bad rhythm game. It kind of looked like the E3 demo for, what was it, Sing or something? I think it was called Sing back in 2012, and I hated that. Just hated it, and it just reeked of that and made me just sick to my stomach. They then told us that it is not meeting expectations. The PlayStation Vita is not meeting expectations, which means they're not meeting the expectations that it could possibly play PS3 games or even PS4 games. The thing about it is people's expectations are so unrealistic. PlayStation 3 games or PlayStation 4 games are not going to happen on the PS Vita. It's just not. The Vita has its own right to have its own games to I mean, they've done Little Big Planet, they've done Killzone, they've done I got some titles here. They did Mortal Kombat. The Mortal Kombat 9, as people call it, they put Mortal Kombat on there. Yes, they had to drop the textures a bit, but it was all there. It was Mortal Kombat in the palm of my hands. Marvel vs. Capcom. They brought out straight ports from PS3 games like Dragon's Crown, okay? I mean, I've got all my games here, or most of them anyway. And Dragon's Crown was a really Really colorful, very artistic game. Kind of reminded me of Golden Axe and Final Fight meets an RPG dungeon crawler like Diablo. Very good game. So that being on the PS Vita was great. They had a game called, what was it, Lair? I think it was originally. That when they first started showing the PS Vita, it was supposed to come out. You're supposed to be able to build your own little lair, and other players could attack it while you were away, and you could attack theirs while they were away or while you were there. And it was just real neat. They ended up renaming the game and then canceling it outright, which is a shame. But the Vita has some great games. I mean, they came out with Soul Sacrifice. Now this is a shining example of why PS Vita games, some Vita games, are truly bad. Resistance, horrible. Mortal Kombat, like I said, great. Unit 13 was unique. It was a great little... It was my Rainbow Six fix to a degree. Hot Shots Golf, I've always loved the series. Disgaea 3 is one of those shining examples of good RPGs on the PS Vita. If you're a RPG fan, this was a great shining example. Dungeon Hunter, I mean, yeah, you can get that on mobile devices. Little Big Planet, great. You could lose hours in this simply because you're just building levels, building whole games. This was a bad turn for a good series. Silent Hill, And then one of my favorite PS Vita games is Freedom Wars. There's some good games. There's a lot of games here I don't even have that, I'd like. The Metal Gear collection and so on. But they've said that we simply cannot meet expectations on the PS Vita. I'm sorry, I'm not looking for PS3 games. I'm not looking for PS4 games on the Vita. To be quite honest, a lot of the Wii U games come out on the Wii U, do not come out on the 3DS. They make their own 3DS games. Nintendo actually does a good job with that. I won't lie. I do like my 3DS, and I'm starting to like my 3DS more than I like my Vita because the library they have, and that saddens me. Like I said, I'm a huge PSP fan. The PSP was one of my all-time favorite consoles, one of my all-time favorite handhelds, and the Vita is turning out to be one that just kind of collects dust these days. So Sizzle Reel showed off, a lot of kind of mediocre titles. I know a lot of people were excited about Mighty Number 9. There was a few others there, just ones we hadn't heard of, and they said, don't expect any more AAA titles for the Vita, so we're not going to see another Uncharted, we're not going to see another Little Big Planet, Tearaway, nothing like that, nothing that uses Sony characters, nothing big. I doubt we'll even see an Infamous game on the Vita, which is hugely disappointing. I would have liked to have seen another story with Cole, maybe, from the first and second Infamous games. Even put, Second Son, I don't even remember what his name was in that, but Second Son, they did First Light. He is one of those characters. Make an Infamous for the Vita. They did it with the PlayStation All-Stars. They put all these characters in there. Well, let's see them in their own game on here. Like I said, a Monster Hunter would have been fantastic, but we're not getting it. So, what do you guys think about the Vita just losing support? I mean, the developers aren't even believing in their own design anymore. What do you guys think about that? Does this disappoint you? Does this make you happy? I mean, are you a Nintendo fanboy that's like, yes, we must crush the Vita? Or do you sympathize a little bit? Let me know. It's a sad day for console or handheld gamers. I mean, it's crazy how we've gone from this to this. Okay, I mean, a lot of people just love this these days, and yes, I understand how portable this is, but I still like to come back to these. I still like to come back to my 3DS. It's truly, truly a sad day. Anyway, thank you for subscribing, thank you for watching, thank you for liking, and I will see you guys in the next video. Cheers.